Hola, Calis. Welcome back, everybody. there's not a lot of people so far that come to these lives, but I'm hoping that changes in the months ahead. I have some announcements at the top of this, and I'm just gonna wait for some people to get here. Hopefully, if everybody's able to find this. I know it's kind of confusing because last week, I was live every single day. I was just kind of switching it up, wanted to reach out to all of you, give people a chance to come by and say hi and chat. Not to confuse you guys, but my lives are on Tuesday, and then just a really important announcement as we're waiting for people to come in. I will not be doing this Tuesday talk live for the next 2 weeks. Just because we're doing a lot of travel, I have a lot of prep for the travel. Now, I will be going live, but it will be completely unannounced. So when I see opportunities to go live, I will go live. And so just keep your bells on, and hopefully whoever can join me in those like spur of the moment lives, because there's just a lot happening. And it's just, you'll see, it's just all happening at once. So the next 2 weeks, I'm not gonna be able to do this live where we talk. So just know that it will be back. I will do the Tuesday talk starting up in May. So this will be my time slot. This will be happening, but just know because of travel and because of everything that's happening, the lives will be unannounced and they will be completely spontaneous, and they're gonna be a lot of fun. Yesterday was kind of crazy. I was at Downtown Disney with Nicki, and we just like spontaneously went live at the World of Disney. We wanted to just like show you guys all the new merch we could find, all the new Disney merch. My gimbal gave out on me. Honestly, you guys, it's totally my fault. I didn't charge it the night before. I think it was low on battery and just like not having it. Hey, Dak, what's up? You wanna say hi?
No.
Okay, my son is off camera. He needs to ask me something while we're waiting for people to find this. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. I want to ask you.
Can you just whisper it into my ear
No,
right here?
No.
No, I'm not going off.
Fine.
This is my live. I do it once a week, you guys.
He's asking.
You need to be quiet and you need headphones.
Okay.
You need him on the headphones because I don't want a lot of chatter in the background. So my kids are on a new schedule too. They're now doing afternoon Zoom school from 12 to 3. So at 12 o'clock, this might get a little crazy. I may or may not have to jump. Okay, a couple people are here. Awesome. I'm gonna get into this because I quickly have just some announcements. Also, let me make sure you guys can see and hear me. Let's just double check. Raleigh, please, it's really echoey in here, so please no talking here, you guys. I'm just waiting for this to load on my desktop so I can see what's going on, you guys. Hope everybody's having a fabulous day wherever you are. Thanks for coming by. Thank you to everybody that watches the playback. I really appreciate you guys checking it out after the fact, checking out these lives like after the fact. All right, sorry, there's like some ads running. I just want to double check the sound. Okay, it sounds good and it looks okay. Okay, all right, so much going on, you guys. So what kicked off me wanting to talk about like all things Disney, besides the fact that they're about to reopening? Lori Jean just commented on my daily short video. It was the Disney balloons walking through the Disneyland gates over to Disney California Adventure. It was a really cool shot. I'm so excited I could share that with you guys this morning. And she commented 10 days. You guys, the countdown is here. Disneyland Resort in California, both parks, Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, are opening on April 30th. We are 10 days away, which means it is April 20th. Happy 420 to everyone that observes 420. I can talk. Yes. So happy 420. Happy 10 days till Disneyland opens. So there's a lot to talk about. No, you need to go find it. It's probably in her bedroom. Sorry, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids. Stuff happens. They come in and out. I do this from my house. Everybody's home. Jesse's working on the couch. It's all happening. You know how we do it here in Super Cali land, you guys. Okay, so quick announcements while we're waiting for people to get here. Thank you to everyone that's hanging out, waiting. So again, no Tuesday talk. No talks on Tuesday. No live videos. Next week and the week after, we're traveling. We're going to Walt Disney World. Disneyland Resort is happening. It's all going to be happening at the same time, which is kind of insane, but I could have never planned this. This is just what it is. And then this Thursday, you guys, at 9 a.m. will be my weekly premiere. I do it every Thursday. It's a new Super Cali experience, adventure, theme park. If it's Super Cali, I bring it to you every Thursday. And that is at 9 a.m. This week we're going to Desert X. You guys, I'm not going to say a lot about it because I know a lot of you are here for all this Disney gossip, but Desert X is amazing. It happens out here in the Coachella Valley only once every 2 years, so it will not be back for another 2 years. It is completely open to the public. It is family friendly, and it is running through May 16th out here in Palm Springs and the surrounding areas. So it's really cool. It's art, it's different art installations, just kind of throughout the desert. So you really get to experience it and meditate on art and life and all of that like funky stuff. It's really cool. Hey, Nicki. Yeah, so Nicki's here. She's sharing with us that the Backlot store is open until 4/26. So that's gonna be quite a thing for people to go and shop there. We're gonna get into that because that's part of today's Disney talk. So just know, you guys, if you want to join us for that Desert X experience out here in the desert, that is Thursday at 9 a.m. I will be watching and chatting live. I hope you guys can make it. Every time I do one of these like Tuesday videos, live videos, I try to do a Super Cali shout out. So a channel that I feel is Super Cali that covers California content. And I don't think I have given a shout out to this channel yet. This channel really deserves like a much bigger following in my book. I think his videos are really good. It's called Polynesian Pop. He covers all things Polynesian, from tiki bars to historical sites that are significant to the like the tiki pop culture. You name it. If it's tiki, he is covering it. And I would go check out that channel. I just put a link to it. It's Polynesian Pop. Jessie, can you please go help them? I cannot do. Hey, Jess! Jessie? Well, they're crying and I'm in the middle of a live video. So Jessie's on a work call, the kids are crying, everything's happening. So just to give that shout out again, it's at Polynesian Pop. I just put the full link. Check it out, especially if you guys are into all things tiki, Polynesian culture, SoCal, crossover between SoCal and Polynesian Pop. You're gonna want to check out this channel. You're gonna want to subscribe and tap the bell. So you guys okay back there? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's get into it. You guys, there's so much to talk about when it comes to the Disneyland stuff. Nicki is here. She is a moderator, and she is also my resident Disney expert. She has been going to the Disney parks on a regular basis for 20 plus years. She knows her stuff, and I just happen to be related to her. She is, if you're wondering, my mom and her 3 little baby, well, they're not babies anymore. Her daughter, her oldest daughter, is a teenager now. My goodness gracious. But her 3 girls are cousins to my 2 kids, and whenever we get together, they have so much fun. And it turns out I've known Nicki for a long time. You know, we live kind of far away. She's in Northern California, I'm in Southern California. But it turns out she is a huge Disney fan, and I'm so glad we've connected, so we're able to share this obsession together and share it with you guys. So I am basically, look, I've been going to the park since I was a kid, but when it comes to knowing all of like what's the latest merchandise or you know, just different hidden secrets, hidden Mickeys, things like that. She definitely is expert level, and I'm at total noob level. But what's so fun is I can share this with you guys and on this channel, and we can discover all this together. We can adventure together and experience all the Disney culture together. I'm so excited because so much is opening up. So we have a lot of big plans this summer, and she is here, so she'll be in the chat just like helping. She's like, oh my goodness, laugh out loud. She's super humble. She's like, no, I'm not an expert, you guys. It's amazing when I walk around the parks with her. She has so much to share with me, and I'm like a conduit to be able to like share what she's sharing with me with you guys. It's really exciting, and she's gonna be chiming in the chat if I haven't totally embarrassed her at this point. And we've had a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun things planned. Okay, so Disneyland tickets, everyone is, I'm sure if you're into Disney, you've been seeing this on all of the YouTube lives this week. A lot of people talking about it. Everyone's like, oh my goodness, Disneyland ticket sales are so low, you guys. I was so naive. I really thought that because here's the thing, let's rewind. So because of all the very strict restrictions here in California because of, you know, the pandemic and the virus that shall not be named, they have to operate at 25% capacity. So if any of you remember the parks before they closed, they were so crowded. I mean, like just a sea of people. So my prediction about ticket sales, they went on sale, when was it, Nicki? It was last week. It feels like a lifetime ago, but it was only just under a week ago. I predicted that those tickets, because it's at 25% capacity, and because you have to buy a ticket and then a reservation, my prediction, Declan, you're being too loud, sweetheart. My prediction was those tickets would sell out in like a matter of hours. Like not tickets, the reservations, those reservation slots. If you look at the reservation calendars, there's different, 4/15, thank you Mythical Mango. So on 4/15, and based on like how hard it was just to get into the system to buy a ticket and make a reservation, you guys, I thought the calendar would be full in a day. There are so many days available that I think we're all like scratching our heads, and I think it comes down to this. It's pretty simple. Disneyland Resort, they priced their tickets too high. They thought, oh, you know, we can just price it the way we did before the parks closed. They thought the demand was there, and they were so wrong. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do, because it would be kind of tricky to lower the ticket price now that so many of us had paid. Like, they're not gonna refund us our tickets. Maybe they're talking to people in Sacramento, like, when can we open up the parks to people that are outside of California? Because having it restricted to only California residents is incredibly limiting when you think about how many people drive in from other states, and then also how many people fly in from around the world. So I'm sure they're scrambling because they've brought all of the cast members back. All the wheels are spinning. There's so many cast members, you guys, and I'll get into that too, because that's part of what I wanted to talk about. But I just think it's very simple economics. The price points are too high. You guys can put in the comments like what you think, what are your opinions. I think the price points are too high. I think the peak days should have been Saturday, Sundays. It should have been April 30th, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and June 4th because of the Avengers Campus. So I'm pretty sure first few opening days are full, Saturdays are full, and June 4th is gonna be full. But there are so many reservations available. And I think a lot of people are like, I'm not paying that when we all have to wear, first of all, you all have to wear masks all the way down to a 2-year-old, which if you've ever had a 2-year-old, you know that's gonna be very difficult for an entire day. I mean, adults are cranky after wearing a mask for an entire day, but a 2-year-old, forget about it. They're gonna rip it off in 10 minutes. I think that's a bit young. I know that was probably recommended by the CDC or maybe California guidelines. It's crazy. Whoever wrote those guidelines has never spent a day with a 2-year-old. So there's that. There's a lot of rides are going to be closed because they're indoors for too long, or the lines are indoor for too long. There's going to be very few, there's going to be no shows. There's going to be no parades. There's going to be no fireworks. So I think a lot of people are like, I'm either going to Florida where I can experience the whole thing, or I'm going to wait until A, they lower the prices like in non-peak days, or B, things are more open. I can see a parade, I can see a show, I can meet more characters. So I'm sure they're scrambling because they're just gonna be bleeding money if the park's open and they haven't filled the park. And Disney, they're so good up until this point, up until all of this happened, and through everyone, everything is off kilter because of what's happened over the past year. They're really good at pricing right where they can fill to capacity. They're brilliant at it. In fact, usually I would never go during the summer because those were expensive days, so I would buy the SoCal passes through the winter and get my fix during the winter time. So they know how to price to fill the park, so I'm sure they're really trying to figure out. In fact, I don't know about you guys, I keep getting, every time I visit downtown Disney, I purchase something, I get a survey because they're just probably trying to process all this information. Are the guests happy? What are they experiencing? How can we improve on this? Oh crap, we priced our tickets too high. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I think Knott's Berry Farm is sitting pretty because for the same price of going in for one day to Disneyland, you get an entire year through May 5th. So if you bought it now through May 5th of 2022, for the same price as a day at Disney. So they're probably like, all right, everybody, SoCal, come on over, we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that's shocking. A lot of people are talking about that. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about it, seen a lot about it. Disneyland ticket sales are really low. So yesterday, hey, Decky, I'm sorry, you can't talk full volume, baby doll, or you're gonna have to hang up. Yesterday, I'm sorry. Hey, Decky. Deck Singer.
What?
You gotta talk lower, sweetheart.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, you're not talking quieter, sweetie. Yeah, and Universal's the same, right? The basic pass is just, it's less than 2 days at Disneyland, right? So I'm sorry. Hey, Declan, you're hanging up your call now. Okay, whisper, baby doll, or don't talk, please. I'm so sorry. All right, you guys, sorry. Everyone's home and they don't start school until 12 now, so there's that too. Yeah, Universal too. Like, both of those passes are totally within reach and you can go whenever you want. They don't have the same restrictions. Disneyland, what are the passes gonna look like? When are they gonna announce it? Nobody knows. I'm guessing they're gonna wanna announce annual passes sooner rather than later, when they see, oh my gosh, we need to sell some passes. How are we going to keep the parks open if people aren't coming, Okay, so Nicki and I, we met up at Downtown Disney yesterday. It was the last day of Touch of Disney, and it was really interesting what we observed. She is saying that they both had annual pass holder days before their parks open. Yeah, and both Knott's Berry Farm and Universal Studios, they both gave an extra annual pass. Well, I didn't know Universal did. She might be more familiar with that. But Knott's Berry Farm is opening up the park for annual pass holders only. So it's giving people, it's incentivizing people to buy a pass before the parks open because you can get this exclusive preview day. So smart. Cedar Fair is sitting pretty, you guys. They're really reopening in a smart way. And I will be at those annual pass holder preview days because, a lot of us want to be at Disneyland. Universal had like 2 days before for the pass holders. So something, right? Like you get to see the ride before anyone else. So yeah, Disney, we all love, like if you're here right now in this chat, you love Disney, you want to be there. I think we're all nervous that we'll never have those days back where you can just go into the park to experience something and come back out as an annual pass holder. You can come and go freely. So I think a lot of us are nervous. What they're gonna do is you're gonna have to make reservations. You're gonna have to pay per entry, you know, or have X number of days that you buy at a time, and it's gonna be very restricted. It's gonna be very expensive. You guys, I'm gonna get into how expensive it's gonna be to be at the Disneyland Resort property. It's discouraging. Like, I'm surprised Nicki and I didn't just end up in a corner crying somewhere. Like, what are we gonna do? We don't get to be at our park. Yeah, like people are missing that annual pass. Like, it was a happy place for a lot of people. Like, strolling my kids in when I had my annual pass and being able to come and go and like in and out of the parks, like it was magical, truly. And hi Vanessa, you can make it. I know you might be working right now. So thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Everyone say hi, Vanessa. She's one of my childhood friends from way back. Okay, so Nicki and I were at Downtown Disney yesterday. We observed a lot of getting ready, a lot of prep. I'm so sorry. Hey, Declan. Okay, Declan, I'm so sorry. You have to say goodbye. I can't interrupt my video to ask you to be quiet.
I'm sorry.
No, you gotta say goodbye. You gotta say goodbye. I'm sorry. It's not working, Declan. Okay. I guarantee he's still on that call. I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go. Okay. Like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get this talk done. Okay. My mom says, hi, Vanessa and Nicki. Okay, so we saw so much preparation yesterday. Almost everything's been repainted, glossy, beautiful. There were more, so we were surprised because yesterday was the last day of Touch of Disney, and I really thought there would be more people. I thought there would be, my mom's like, motherhood. That's right, you guys, I'm in the thick of it. Thanks for being patient because I am absolutely in the thick of motherhood, and eventually I will be able to dedicate more and more time to this. But you know, kids, I gotta take care of them while they're here. It's gonna be fleeting, so thank you for your patience, you guys. Okay, so yesterday I thought it would be busier. I thought more people would be parking in the symbol lot for Touch of Disney. I thought there would just be more commotion, but Mondays are traditionally really slow at Downtown Disney. In fact, if you're the type of person that wants to fight the crowds, go on a Monday morning first thing. It's gonna feel like you have the place to yourself. It is really quiet at Downtown Disney on a Monday morning. That's just how it's been anyway over the last year during this reopening. There were more cast members, you guys, than there were guests. That's how slow it was yesterday. And we noticed these new structures. So the image for this video is there were 4 different wall squares that they had boarded up and painted. So I think they're definitely going to be there during the reopening. The fact that they took the time to paint, who knows? Maybe they're around something that's being built, but I didn't see any entry point into these squares. So what we were thinking is maybe this is a way to control the crowds. Like they'll have the lines, you know, wrap around these objects so people aren't milling about and getting too close to one another. It's hard to say, but there's definitely 4 new structures. Yeah, so don't go on. So if you need to be there when new merch drops, you're gonna be there on a Tuesday at Downtown Disney. If you need to be there when there's not huge crowds, avoid a Tuesday, because like Nicki said, it seems that there's a pattern that new merchandise is hitting the parks on Tuesday. In fact, we'll just go straight into that because it's pretty interesting. So we did see some new merchandise, like new-ish merchandise yesterday, but like there's all the new Mother's Day merchandise, especially at the home store. Also at the home store, we saw some new like Disney tiki, like enchanted tiki room merchandise that I was really into. That short I'm gonna post tomorrow. There's this cute little tiki handbag. It's like a little straw handbag. It's so adorable. And then there was a Trader Sam's, like a his and her Trader Sam's t-shirts. So tempting on that one, you guys, really cute. And then they have like a dad shirt that's like a new tiki shirt. So if you're into that, if you're into all things tiki like I am, you're gonna wanna go to the home store as soon as possible. There's a good chance some of that is going to be at the studio, the Backlot studio on stage 17 at the studio store. So what we found out this morning, actually I think it was announced last night, maybe even earlier, I'm not sure, but what Nicki noticed this morning is Harvey's dropped a new line of bags at the Backlot Premier store today. So the lines are crazy. So we were told the Backlot Studio store would not reopen when Touch of Disney closed. That was misinformation. It is going to be open today through April 26th. And I wonder, Nicki, if it was a snap decision, because they're probably, I think they're dependent on the merchandise right now, because they've created such a buzz around new merchandise and people needing to get that hot piece of merchandise before it sells out, that it's become a sport for people to shop at Disney. So I think while ticket sales are really low, they're really depending on these shops. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if like some new event or some new line of merchandise hits the Star Wars Trading Post, because I was able to go to the Star Wars Trading Post yesterday for the first time, you guys, and I did a full walkthrough for anyone curious. I've been wanting to do that for months. I'm really excited about it. But the lines are really, it's so easy. You can get into the Star Wars Trading Post in like 5 minutes. Like the buzz has died down. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're scrambling to find ways to create buzz around these different stores. The Star Wars Trading Post, the Wonderground Gallery, the Home Store, the Dress Shop, World of Disney, of course. New merchandise goes out every week. And now the studio store is open. The Backlot Premier shop is open, you guys. And we missed it by a day. So my daughter has dance classes on Tuesday afternoon, but Nicki, I almost wish I would have decided to go like in the morning today just to like be there. It would have been crazy with all the lines, but so all the cast members at the Backlot Premier shop were surprised, Nicki's saying. So that just goes to show you, you guys, this stuff hits and not even the cast members know. Like nobody knows until it hits. Somebody knows, but it's a very small group of people that are probably like have it under lock and key. And we were talking to, oh gosh, the plaid shirts, the ambassadors. I don't know what the official term is, the cast members that have the plaid shirts. I'm sure Nicki knows. I'm blanking on it right now, but we were talking to a couple of the women in the plaid shirts yesterday, and they said Twitter is the place. Twitter, if you're following at Disneyland on Twitter, that's where they're gonna post announcements quickest. So traditionally Twitter is the spot, right? Like if I see any updates online, that's why I keep a Twitter account and I try to check it once in a while. And Jesse's on Twitter, so he knows like to share any news that I care about with me like immediately. So anything when I want like up to the second news, Twitter is the leader on that. So if you guys really need to know like right when it happens, I would say Twitter and then Instagram. Like a lot of people are hitting Instagram on a regular, like on an hourly basis. So that's another place you can find stuff. So yeah, so apparently cast members were surprised, and I wonder if it was like a last minute decision. They're like, no one's gonna come to Downtown Disney if we don't open this up. Tour guides, park ambassadors, and city hall people. So I'm guessing maybe they're all in plaid and there's different designated like types of cast members. Guest relations, so otherwise known as guest relations. Yeah, so if you guys are visiting the Disney parks, if you have a question, like you want to know about the Wi-Fi, or if you want to know about like what merchandise is where or whatever, look for the cast members in the plaid shirts. They're really there to help, and they're going to be the most knowledgeable on up to the minute information. So those are the people you're going to seek out, you know, if you need something and you're at the parks and you don't know the answer to it. So look for the cast members in the plaid shirts, the ambassadors. There's only a couple of ambassadors. I think there's like 2, right? Ambassadors. So I would guess the rest of them are guest relations or tour guides. So, or working in the city hall area. So yeah, a lot happening, a lot of preparation. One of the things Nicki and I did yesterday, and I think they've been testing and running rides for like weeks now, But yeah, so there's only 2 ambassadors a year, so you may not necessarily see them, but look for the plaid shirts is the point of that. So I know that the rides have been running. They've been testing the rides for a while now. I'm sure a lot of people, like Nicki was at Touch of Disney with her kids a week ago, and she heard the rides running for the first time. But yesterday was my first time back. Since they started testing and running the rides and doing all that. So Nicki walked with me around the perimeter of the entire property, and we like through all of the foliage, because there's like, you know, the banana trees and all kinds of stuff around the perimeter of the park. I managed to get video of the Incredicoaster and the Fun Wheel being tested. So that was really exciting. Honestly, I don't know if you guys even want to watch that short, but I'm really excited about it. And we know, okay, so Nikki's laughing so hard right now because we walked, you guys, 7 miles because she was tracking it on her, you know, her steps app. And yeah, we got our steps in. I kept joking because I'm cross training for Walt Disney World with my family, and it's gonna be like that property is so much more expansive than the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim. So I was just doing my cross training, and Nicki was being a really good sport about it and like walking with me around the entire perimeter. But it's really cool to walk around the perimeter because you kind of get a little bit of the history of the resort. We saw some really neat like placards that are maps of the surrounding streets that probably went in the 1990s, and you can see some of the neighborhood hotels, and you can kind of just get a sense of the property from the other side of it, from the back side of it, from the back side of DCA. So yeah, it was really fun, and we got a lot of fun video for you guys, a lot of fun content. So all of that will be coming, not just in the shorts, but also I will probably post like a big downtown Disney video a week from Thursday. So I'm really excited about that, you guys. So be looking for that. And yeah, so we don't really know what those new structures are inside of the Esplanade, but we're thinking it has to do with the flow of traffic as they form the lines to get into the parks. Nobody knows. I also wonder, they've had the flags in the Esplanade have been the same for over a year now. They feature a bunch of the attractions, a bunch of the rides. So I'm curious if they're gonna change out those banners like a few days before the parks open. It'll just be interesting to see like what bells and whistles they put on to celebrate this epic reopening. I mean, in a lot of ways, Nicki and I staring through those gates at Main Street and like looking at the Snow White poster. So those of you that have been there or don't know, you can kind of peek through the gates of Main Street, that entry, the turnstiles there, and you can see the new Snow White ride poster in the tunnel going into Main Street. And it was almost like we were the kids waiting for Disneyland to open for the first time, watching people working, cast members walking up and down Main Street, maintenance vehicles. There was this sense of getting to do what people did so many moons ago when the parks first opened in the 60s, or no, in 1955, in the 50s, and getting to see firsthand what it would have felt like, that anticipation. So we were like the kids outside the gate, like tempted to run in because like all the gates were open. There were so few people there yesterday. It was mostly cast members preparing that like every single gate was open, and Nicki kept joking about running in, and I was like, there's surveillance. Like we've bought all of our tickets. We don't want to mess this up. Like we're gonna go in, you know. But it was really cool just to see the wheels spinning of this operation that's opening in 10 days, you guys. It's so crazy. Okay, so as far as the new merch, I was saying that there is the Mother's Day merchandise. Mostly that was in the home store, and then there was this like new collapsible tumbler that we hadn't seen before. It kind of like you squish it and it like collapses. So I don't know if the idea there is you can just throw it in your bag and it'll fit in smaller spaces. It's not made out of glass. It'll be quiet. I don't know, but it was kind of cool that it's like a cool gimmick that it's like this rubbery material that collapses, like more like one of those like hot water bottles or something, like it's all squishy. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that was kind of a cool tumbler we had never seen before, and it was part of the Mother's Day merchandise. They had like neat little stainless steel like food containers and like, you know, mom packing for a day at Disney type items. And then and like a really pretty a pink Mother's Day mug. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think that's gonna sell out because there were just a few on the shelves, both there and at World of Disney. So I feel like that's gonna be like the Disney, like for all the moms out there that love Disney, that's gonna be like the Disney Mother's Day gift, I feel, this year. And then there was some graduation merchandise. Nicki looked online. You can buy it online, but we noticed that there were two stuffies. There was a Mickey and a Minnie, and then on the graduation cap it said 2021. And there were a lot of Mickeys, but the Minnies were scarce. We could not find any Minnies in the bin at World of Disney. The only place we could find the Minnies was at Pin Traders because they have the graduation cap. So the graduation cap also have like the ears on it. And then the graduation ears are really cute, the headband with the ears, and it has a little graduation cap, and then embroidered on the side in really pretty embroidery, it says class of 2021, I believe. It was really cool. So that was neat. So that's newish. And then of course that tiki merchandise that I saw at the home store was tempting, you guys. And the basket, it's kind of pricey. I can't remember the price, but I want to say it was pretty pricey, but it's gonna go. Those little tiki, it's like a handbag for women, and it's so tiki and it's so adorable. And that leads into, we're gonna talk a minute about the hotels. I know Nicki has something to say about this because she's the one that was looking into going back to the Grand Californian and the Disneyland Hotel, and we're also wondering, when is Paradise Pier gonna open? So the hotels at the Disneyland Resort, Nicki found out that you guys, you need to book a room to even go inside. So the Grand Californian, you can book a room. There are guests staying there, but you cannot go inside the hotel unless you are a guest. And these hotels are pricey. So we were like, oh, if we can't get into the Disneyland parks, we'll take you guys inside the hotels, to the shops, to the restaurants, to the bars. That's not gonna happen anytime soon because first of all, we don't need to book a hotel because we're local. I mean, we're not local, but we don't have to stay at the hotels being from California. But yeah, there's a price tag. So we were looking at all the tiki merchandise, we were talking about how cool is it when Trader Sam's opens up. And to go back to Trader Sam's, well, you need a room at the Disneyland Hotel in order to go to Trader Sam's. So we might need to start fundraising, Nicki. We're gonna have to we have to get sponsors to just be able to get inside the hotels. That will be an event. That will be like a summer campaign or something. Honestly, I'm joking, but I'm not. We're legit going to do that because I don't know how else to do it. All of this obviously costs money, and then the fact that you have to book a room just to get inside the hotels, it's gonna be easier to get into the parks, quite frankly. It's gonna be easier to get into Florida. That's honestly why we booked our Florida trip. If I knew that we were gonna be in Florida around the same time as Disneyland Parks reopening, of course I would not have booked that at the same time. There's no way I could have known that those were happening at the same time. But now that it is, in a way I'm glad because it's gonna be so much more fun for my kids to go to Walt Disney World, be able to go on any rides, see some of the entertainment, meet more characters, just have more experiences, more indoor dining. So Nicki says she asked a Plaid host about the construction walls. So Nicki, if you wanna share with us what they shared, mostly when we were asking questions to the Plaid shirt cast members, they were like, we don't know as soon as we know, but we only know the day of. They find out information day of. So everything is really like the information is on wraps when it comes to updates at Disneyland. So you kind of just have to be there day of and yeah, and hope you're getting accurate information. A couple times now, the security guards at Disneyland, like the security guard cast members have been kind of like telling me things. And honestly, I don't really think they know. So I feel like I can't really repeat anything the security guards say because I feel like they're just making stuff up based on their own assumptions because they really, like, it's never been very accurate. So I can't really share anything they're saying, but they like to share information. It's like so weird. And it's not accurate. So if you're going to the Disneyland park and a security guard starts telling you things, like just know like that's super sweet and they're wanting to like oh, 6 pins dropped today, Nicki said. So there's a lot of lines today at downtown Disney District, and I guess 6 pins dropped. I'm guessing they're at the Pin Traders and or the Backlot Premier Shop. And of course the Harvey's bags, the Play in the Parks bags released today too. So there's a lot happening at downtown Disney today. And I think a lot of that has to do with, again, they need to keep the merchandise wheels spinning because that's probably the biggest source of income at this point at Disneyland Resort. Because those reservation calendars, you guys, it seems like they're wide open and everyone's kind of scratching their heads because we all thought there was going to be like millions of SoCal residents trying to get back into Disneyland. But so many people I know, even former annual pass holders, they're saying we are waiting until fall. We're waiting. People, mostly it's just like people are in a holding pattern waiting to see what happens. So I don't know. Again, I think they priced everything too high. It's simple supply and demand, you guys. So what was I gonna say? The Disneyland. Oh, I was gonna look up the hotel fares just to like see like, okay, what's the least we would need to spend to get into the Grand Californian? Yeah, so yeah, it's insane, you guys. I'm just taking all this in. So if you guys want to chat about anything or whatever, just feel free. I'll probably have to wrap it up soon because today is the first day my kids are in school from 12 to 3 instead of 9 to 12. So, you know, that's happening. And I need to pack for Florida. Like, I can't believe it, you guys. I'm so focused on Disneyland reopening and it's like, oh yeah, and we're going to Walt Disney World. So there's going to be a lot of like spontaneous lives, like I said in the beginning. There's going to be a lot of Walt Disney World content coming in the weeks and maybe even months ahead, depending on how much I shoot. If you guys have like a favorite ride you like a POV of, or if you have any requests, I obviously can't do it all because we're not going to be there. I mean, I'd have to be there all summer to get it all, but if you guys do have a favorite thing or shop or something like that, I'll definitely keep it in mind as I decide like what to think. So I was like, a blast. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be our first time back to a theme park as a family since last March. So over a month now, you know, so it's been 13 months since, in fact, with Jesse, all 4 of us, it's been even longer. I feel like it's probably been almost 2 years. Oh, $50 or $60. Okay, that's within reach. Is that for the Grand Californian? I feel like that might be for something else. Let me double check. Okay. Okay, maybe if we book through AAA. My mom's like, wow. Okay. All right, it opens. Oh, I thought it already opened. Okay, so it opens April 29th. So let's just pretend that we're going, let's do like mid-May. Let's just pretend like the 28th. And we'll just check out. We'll check in on the 28th of May and check out on the 29th. Let's just see what one night would be. Let's put in one guest because, you know, we'd be sneaking everyone else in. You know how we do it, you guys. All right. Oh, it's not listing rates. Oh, so you have contact this property for rates and availability because it's temporary. Let's go to the website. Nicki, was that for the Grand Californian, that $50 to $60? Because that's way more within reach than I would have guessed. Okay. Let's check availability. Oh, but you said it's all booked up, right? Like that it's already booked through the summer, which is insane. It's insane that the hotel's booked up, but not the parks. Let's do this. Let's try that. Let's do one adult. Let's just see if it'll let us. Okay. All right. Woody is sitting here with the Pixar ball. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Ooh, no. Okay, so Paradise Pier is the cheapest. You guys, the least expensive room at the Grand Californian for one night for one person is $700. That's no joke. Oh, and Nicki has a friend that's a cast member, so we can get a discount. But even a discount on $700, that's a significant amount of money just to get inside a hotel. The hotel, you guys, is really cool. It's very craftsman, if you guys are familiar with the craftsman style. Jesse and I, once upon a time, we stayed at the lodge at Torrey Pines in San Diego, and the Grand Californian feels like that. It's got a very like 1920, like 1915, maybe, you know, kind of that craftsman era, like Art Nouveau. So it's obviously much bigger. It can accommodate way more guests than the Torrey Pines. But if you guys want to check out the lodge at Torrey Pines in San Diego, that's kind of the style that I feel they were trying to create when they built the Grand Californian, which is really cool because it is a very, like, you know, Northern Californian, like kind of Pacific Grove feeling to it. But it's very big. That's the only thing. I mean, I know they're trying to fit as many people as they can, especially at $700 a night. But it's lacking kind of that quaint, like, feeling, you know. But it's still got. It's very beautiful. It's stunning. It is like the craftsman Art Nouveau style. And somehow we're getting in. If we have to sneak in, Nicki, or do a GoFundMe to get a room at the Grand Californian, I think we're gonna have to. I don't know. Let's see. Nicki's saying the Paradise Pier is a little more affordable. So let's view all hotels and see if they're. I don't think they've announced a reopening for Paradise Pier. So I don't know. We'll just check availability here. And then the Good Neighbor hotels. So that's what I was talking about when we walked around the perimeter in Anaheim. We kind of got a glimpse at some of the Good Neighbor hotels. And I talked to someone that's the manager. He's actually the nephew of the owner at the Alpine Inn, and that's one of the Good Neighborhood hotels. It's like right behind Disney California Adventure. From the rooms, you can see the back of Cars Land, the facade, the back side of it. And I feel like we could have a hookup there, Nicki, because he was like, if you want to do a vlog about the Alpine the Alpine Inn, and I did a little short. I'll link it in this video at some point today or tomorrow. Okay, so let's see if we can do that. We'll do May 28th. I wonder if it was a weeknight, it would be slightly cheaper. Okay, let's see if they're selling tickets to the Paradise Pier. I don't know that they are. Okay, it's not available. Okay, so currently you cannot book the Paradise Pier. Oh, the rooms are super cute though. What is that pillow? I'm trying to get a closer look. Oh, cute. So on the beds, there's the Pixar ball as a pillow. That's fun. Okay, so that's a possibility if it's more affordable. I think we'd still have to do some fundraising, Nicki. Support our Disney habit, please. So I feel like that was all the stuff I wanted to gossip about. If there's anything else, so you asked the main guy about the cheapest. So if you could just comment on what the $50 to $60 was, if that was what you think the price points would be I don't think that could be for any of the Disney hotels, so I'm not sure what that's for, but and if you have more information on the construction walls that we saw, those 4 structures in the Esplanade, let us know, drop it in the comments. And yeah, so we were all surprised when that Backlot Premier Shop opened today. You know, part of me wishes we would have gone this morning, but you know, that's life, and here we are. And again, remember you guys, these lives are gonna be on hold. The Tuesday live, so the Tuesday talk live is gonna be on hold for the next couple weeks. I will be going live, but just because of all the travel, I will not be able to schedule my lives. So, you know, it's just the nature of it. I may be places where I don't have Wi-Fi, or maybe my kids have to pee. Nobody knows. And then this Thursday is Desert X. And if you guys can be there for that, I'll be watching and chatting live Thursday morning at 9 a.m. I hope you guys can make it. That's always a lot of fun. And the tiki person. You asked the main guy, the tiki person. Oh, I know what she's saying. So I know somebody that's like super into tiki, and I feel like he would be the type that would book a room at the Disneyland Hotel so we can get back to Trader Sam's. Okay, yeah. So Nicki's saying it's $649 to $700. So when I looked up one room in May for the Grand Californian, which you can currently book, it was $700. It was like $711 or something. But I'm guessing if it's like a Monday or Tuesday, like a non-peak night, it's as low as $649. To me, still totally out of the budget. But yeah, so we'll have to get like a patron of a Super Cali patron or something. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to Trader Sam's if and when the time comes for that to reopen. I'm hoping to cover a lot of the Polynesian aspects of Walt Disney World. We hope to go to the Polynesian resort, the Royal Polynesian, is it called? The Polynesian, I'm blanking on it right now, at Walt Disney World. It is under construction, but my understanding is there are elements that are open, like the Kona Cafe and some other areas. So we are going to check it out. We're gonna hit Tomorrowland hard with we think the People Mover is opening. Nicki said she's hearing rumors May 1st. There's a good chance we might get to be some of the first people on the People Mover. I don't know if you know, we're fans of the ride. We're very excited about that. I'm sure our kids will be like, this is so boring, you suck, because, you know, everything that we're into, Jesse and I are into, I feel like they're like, what? But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope to share that with you guys. And, oh, the purse. Okay, so the tiki purse is this really cute little tiki hut handbag. It's so adorable. It's got some of the Disney tiki logo patches around the side. It was about $60 is what she was saying. I was gonna say, it's definitely not a room at the hotels, but she was responding to the price of the purse. And tomorrow I'm hoping to post that short so you guys can see it for yourselves and drool over it with us, because again, I'm probably not gonna buy that. So I look at a lot of things, but to keep up this habit, I really can't spend money on more than tickets and food. That's enough. So I try to resist when I'm shopping. Sometimes it's harder than others. Sometimes I loop back and maybe get something, but for the most part, I try to be good about it. But I love sharing all this merchandise with you guys. I love sharing all these updates with you guys. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell. Thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate all of you. I see you. Thanks, ladies, for chatting. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully on Thursday. All right, thanks again. And until next time, bye, guys.